So I was asking you about first. I was asking you about haircuts. Like if you got to
Oh,
get
in the
it,
prison.
if you got to get a
Yes.
haircut
Yes.
in
So
the
I've
prison.
never been to prison. I've been to jail, but I've never been to prison. And so I have no idea what the hair cuttery um,
Situation.
standards, situations are. I have no idea.
Do you have
But
to?
military.
Do you have to cut your hair when you go to jail? Because we're looking at this clip of
Okay.
these fathers in
Okay.
San Quentin,
Right.
and they're having a daddy-daughter dance, and some of
Most
them
of them
are.
have longer hair than you.
Yeah, they had one of the dudes got dreads, and he had a tight fade. I'm like, hold up, you can get who's coming to lock this dude up? I mean, not lock this dude up.
Double entendre. Look at you, Jay.
Uh, yeah, lock lock the dude up. Uh, Talking about a loctician.
Hmm.
Um, while he's in prison, like his hair looked like super fresh.
Yeah. I mean, if it's the daddy daughter dance, I'm sure that, they let them get cuts and all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff because I'm sure these are the prisoners who are top tier, doing the best that they can and, get actually getting a real rehabilitation on.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I would assume that they are granted the right to, get locked up, get their locks done, get
Get
their
a
hair
fade.
done, get their fade. Like I would assume like that's
Yeah,
the
like this dude
case.
right here has his
Yeah,
hair is
his
way
hair
longer than
is
mine.
way longer and way fresher than yours too.
Hey, bro.
Way fresher.
Hey,
Yeah.
but he ain't lying. But that's crazy.
I don't find that crazy. I mean, look, man, they got hooch in there. They got fermented grapes and
Yeah, yeah, I
and
know about all that. That's but I'm saying like who's coming in?
but what I'm saying is that if they can have liquor, you think they can't get haircuts?
No, haircuts? Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Like clippers.
Okay.
Who in there is locking homeboy? He got a homie that knows how to do locks? Is what I'm
Bro,
asking.
I mean,
Look at this dude's
I mean,
hairs.
for centuries, for a long time, we've seen people with braids. What's the difference in braids and locks? I mean, the ability to do the hair. Somebody's in there doing it. Somebody was in there braiding people's hair up. Somebody was in there locking people's hair up. I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah, I guess.
To me, there's
Well,
no difference. I mean, obviously
man, I
there's
mean,
difference in how you
I
do it,
think I
but
feel like we've seen this in like the movies. Like we watch movies
hmm
and we don't think 2 seconds about it. But then but this not a movie.
no,
This is real life,
yeah.
and not and
But I'm saying in jail culture, and I'm not saying that I know anything about jail culture, but I'm only basing it off of things I know about just seeing things in the streets, just living life.
right.
People go in and they come out with braids. Like a that's not shocking to me that people have braids. So it's not shocking to me that people would have locks
I
in
know.
there too,
I
dreadlocks.
just want to know who does it.
Like you said, the same person who's doing the braids is
I
probably.
want to know who does that too. Like,
I mean, hey man,
do
I
they have people to come in from the outside with
I don't
like,
think so. I think it's just they people like what else are they doing?
so they on YouTube learn how to braid hair?
Probably not. I mean, they probably already knew how to braid hair and they just learned from somebody else. You know, I don't think it's really not that difficult. Like people been doing for centuries, and
I
then
don't know. I
locking.
don't know how to. That was one thing I couldn't figure out
Yeah, that well,
how
I
to
mean,
cornrow.
I bet you if you had 23 hours a day to do it, you'd figure it out.
In line there.
You feel me? Like,
And I guess they'd be bartering like, all right, you twist me, and then
like dog,
I'll get you this pack of cigarettes and
I
whatever.
saw there's this dude on TikTok or something who cuts people's hair with a steak knife.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
I've seen people cut people's hair and give a smooth fade with some clippers. I mean, with some fingernail clippers.
So fingernail clippers.
Fingernail clippers.
That's
He was on there he gave a dope fade with fingernail clippers. Now, think about
how long
this.
did that take?
Who cares if I got 25 to life?
Yeah.
If I have 1 year, if I have 1 year, let's just say I have 1 year and it takes dude 3 days to cut my hair, I still got 362 days left.
Oh my
What am I
god.
gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, it probably takes a long time to do, but so what?
I guess.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they in there using clippers to cut people's hair, but I'm saying that it's possible.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen a dude cut. I thought it was amazing. Like I said, there's a dude in Africa right now that's cutting people with a steak knife
I seen that one.
and giving them smooth fades.
And then I asked you about the military. They make you cut your hair. So I thought it was the same as the military. They make you cut your hair in the military. So I thought like,
Yeah, now they make you cut your hair in the military because they want everybody to be the same. It's uniform. That's why we wear a uniform. That's why. So your hair has to be uniform. Your clothes have to be uniform. We wear the same boots, wear the same uniform, got the same haircut. Everybody during boot camp, they just stand you in a line, 60 dudes, and you go to the barbershop on base. There's a barbershop, and there's an old white dude.
there's
You know
no
what
black
I'm saying?
dudes at the barbershop.
I'm not saying that there's no black dudes. I'm just saying when I went, I didn't get cut by a black. I'm just saying that. I'm not saying that there's no black dudes. I'm just saying that it doesn't even matter because it's not like I could be like, yo, let me get a smooth skin tape in the back and then a light skin tape on the front. No, you sit in the thing, you sit in the chair, next, sit in the chair, bzzz, You in and out in
What
3
if you
minutes.
like miss a spot if you going that fast?
In and out in 3 minutes, bro. In and out in less than 3 minutes. Like there's no miss a spot. I mean, you're not gonna miss a spot. Like how you getting a baldy, bro? You getting a fresh baldy. It's not hard. It's easy to do that. And everybody getting the same cut. Everybody getting the same buzz cut. You feel me? And 3 minutes in and out in the chair. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody uniformity.
All right, let me ask this. What if you came with like, like a bald fade already? Do you have to get a haircut? Like if it was already short.
If it's already short, then why would you already in uniform?
I'm just saying.
It was some dudes who had some long hair. It was some dudes who had, like the regular like white boy cut or whatever. I'm trying to think of what I had when I went. I had like a low cut, but I had to get it even lower. Hey, I mean, they start you from zero, bro.
So then you do that, and then do you get to grow your hair back after boot camp?
After boot camp, yeah. After boot camp, you can do whatever you want within regulations. So you can't have dreads. Men can't have dreads in the military. You can't have a beard. I think now they've kind of relaxed a little bit on the beard because I've been seeing people with beards that I used to work with. I'm like, what you doing with a beard, bro? But I just think it's different now. Because you couldn't have beard. I used to have what they call a shaving waiver, but I still had to keep it really low.
Like a 5 o'clock shadow thing?
Yeah, almost like a 5 o'clock shadow to where, because black people, we get razor bumps.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so folliculitis. And so I just went to the doctor and I had a black doctor and he was like, yeah, like, so he wrote me a shaving waiver. So I just had to keep my beard very, very low. But I've seen dudes with beards as thick as you with a uniform on. I'm like, yo.
Really?
So, they changed the regulations. So it is what it is. Just like women used to, they used to make black women cut off their locks.
In the military?
In the military, yeah. Now that was more of a, I'm not gonna say a racist thing, but it was more of a individual commander thing. Like, because in some people's,
women didn't have to cut their hair, right?
the women didn't have to cut their hair. They just had to keep it. It had to be 3 inches in bulk, whatever that means. So you see how your hair goes above 3 inches off your head? Yeah. Like you can't do that. Like it has to be like either in a bun or just something tight.
But what if the black women had their locks in a bun?
Yeah, that's how you have to have it in uniform. But I'm saying like some of them were saying like it's out of the reg. So the reg was it's one of those type of situations where it's a little bit left for interpretation. Excuse me. So I saw some women get discriminated against and they were made to cut their locks while others had locks and it was fine because their commanders didn't care or their commanders didn't read the reg in that way. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of left up to interpretation. So, it was kind of interesting.
All right, so we talking about we're talking about this. We're about to go into
Talking about these men,
the men who are incarcerated, right?
fathers who are incarcerated.
Fathers, yes, they're fathers. So, I don't know if you guys seen this clip on social media. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But they're men, fathers who are incarcerated in San Quentin prison, and they were awarded, this father-daughter dance.
Hard.
Right. And so it was reunited with their children, some of them getting to meet their children for the first time.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah. And it was just a beautiful thing to see the fathers dressed up in tuxes, the daughters dressed up in dresses, and the daughters going down this red carpet, meeting or seeing their fathers again for the first time in a long time. And so they created this whole full documentary. I'm probably going to watch it at some point with my daughter and my son, actually, like with both of them, just so I could teach my son, like, hey, do the right thing. Do the right thing, Spike Lee, do the right thing. So you don't end up in prison like these gentlemen right here. So
Right. I mean, it looked like they had a fun time. I mean,
Yeah.
it looked like it was a good situation. And, obviously we didn't hear anything after it that, would hinder it from happening again.
Right.
I mean, I think this is a good thing. How many people was it? Like 10?
16 men.
16 dudes? Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't know the population of San Quentin, but I'm sure that's a very small number and compared to the people who are actually incarcerated. So,
Right.
these 16 dudes, hats off to them because they had to do something in a rehabilitation. I said that so wrong.
Rehabilitatory way.
In a
I
rehabilitatory
might
way.
make that
There
word
we
up,
go.
too.
I like that, but I like it though. It sounds good to me. Rehabilitatory way. They had to do something in their rehabilitation to be granted this right.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to jail, you get your rights taken from you because you violated somebody else's rights.
Right.
Right? So if you go and get rehabilitated, then the premise, the whole point of jail is rehabilitation. Well, what they tell us the point of jail is rehabilitation. So congratulations to them. Hats off to them. I hope they continue on their rehabilitation journey.
We always talk about presence, right? And
Yeah.
us as fathers being present. And I think that one of the things that this can spark in their children and their daughters specifically, right, is being present from afar.
Right.
Right. So they have this connection during this, not just event, but it's a part of like a healing process.
Right.
It gives hope to both the father and the daughter.
Yep.
Right. And so I guess you would even call it hope. It gives hope to both the father and the daughter for future encounters, and that those encounters with each other can not just be physical encounters where he's a present father physical, because that's kind of impossible at the moment, right?
Right.
They're incarcerated, but
Well,
he can do things to be present in their daughter's lives, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. All those things can happen.
so I think that goes to our next point in the next clip, that Tyrese clip, right, where he's talking about being present versus being out in the world getting to the money.
Yeah, making the bread to provide for the family.
Correct. You want to pull that one up?
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm not around because I'm a deadbeat. I'm not around because if I stay at home, I'm gonna lose the home. If I'm not out in the field hustling and doing whatever it takes to keep all of this afloat, we lose it all. If I say, you know what, fuck that. I'm gonna be as committed as your mother is, and I'm gonna be home every day for the next 6 months. How to eat? And what school you going to? And what food is in the fridge? And where's the gas money? And where's the clothes? And how we eating? If I allow myself to stay as present, available as your mom, because that's my duty and responsibility as a father, to be present.
Moments, right? And I think my godfather said something to me that I always held close was, you're not always going to be there as a father, right? You're just not. And then even for me, when I got divorced, he was like, when you see your kids, make sure the time counts, right? And I think this applies to that as well, or that advice applies to this. Like, no, we are equally or not going to be present. And I don't think that we need to be equally present at the same time, right? Because in the beginning, we watching this Nelly and Ashanti thing, right? And everybody was getting on Nelly because he doesn't want to change diapers and blah, blah, blah. Like, the man's 50 years old. Like, I wouldn't be changing no diapers either, but he's rich enough to say, look, I'm going to get you all of the nannies you need. As soon as my baby can say, hey, I need to go to the bathroom, I'm hungry, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm stepping in. As soon as he can walk, he coming with us, right? So
Okay.
like, so we're not equal in the fact that the baby is in need of the mother in the beginning, not necessarily the father. There's nothing that we can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to suck on the titty. We can't provide that milk. And I'm not saying that you just be absent all the way, but I'm saying that, the baby is in need of the mother more. But as the baby grows, right, and specifically a male child, they're going to need their father more, right? Because they need those lessons. They need those things to go out and learn how to hunt and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So it's the moments that you are present and you make those, I think the man said, $1 million moments or whatever. And that's what I did, all throughout my kids' life. Every time they saw me, like, we was going somewhere, we was doing something, I had the camera out, like, I tried to make it a memorable moment, even though they didn't see me as often as they saw their mother, or, I wasn't there as often as their mother was. I made sure that we had memorable moments. You know what I'm saying? I made all the moments count. And even though they don't remember all the moments, I got a moment. So when they get older, you know what I'm saying, they'll be able to look back on this moment like, oh snap, I forgot we even did that. Or I forgot I even won that big dolphin at SeaWorld. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all about the moments. You're not gonna be able to be in your kid's life as much as the mother. That's just not possible. And I guess you can if you want to, but like Tyrese was saying, like, something has to give.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. Like, I think that there are fathers out there who are in their kid's life more than the mother, who have full custody and who do all the things. And they have to be their nurturer,
Yeah.
and the provider and all that stuff, right? I just think that
there's exceptions to every rule.
I just think that no matter what your role is in terms of physical presence, we just have to make the time that we do have with them count.
Correct.
Like, in the most impactful, the most meaningful way.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're alluding to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm alluding to.
I know that just with my kids and not being with them 100% of the time, I'm very cognizant of the time that I do spend with them. They tell me that I talk too much. Like, I over explain.
Yeah. Probably do.
Yeah, but I'm doing everything I'm trying to do everything with a purpose and with intentionality.
Yeah.
Because we're not promised tomorrow.
No, we're not.
And there's a lot of stuff that I feel that God has placed on my heart to convey to them, or to teach them, or to show them, so that when they grow up, like, they'll know what to do. They will not depart from the Lord,
right,
or His word, like all these things, right?
Correct.
That's, at least in my opinion, that's why He entrusted us to raise His children. Like,
right.
And I feel like a lot of people forget And whether you believe it or not, like if you have kids, they were granted to you by God. They're God's kids.
Correct.
And I don't
And
mean to step on anybody's toes or whatever or whatnot, but
you have them for a limited amount of time.
Yes.
I think that's what we forget as well. Like, I know it seems like a lot, and it seems like, 18 years seems like a long time. But it goes by so quick, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
I
but
know,
you
like my
know better than I
kids,
do.
my kids are all grown and living their own life, and they are trying to, do what they do. And obviously, we talk and all that kind of stuff, but it's nowhere near as when they were 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere near when they were 7. Being in your 20s, like you are doing your own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You are figuring life out in real time. So it's a different form of parenting for sure.
Mhm.
But they go out and they make their own decisions, and then they start having their own kids, you know what I'm saying? And the cycle just continues.
Yeah.
Same as with our parents, like they had us for a limited amount of time, and they did what they could do. They did the best that they can do, and then okay, now it's time to move on into the next.
Sure.
So we just have our kids for a limited time, and so we just have to make the moments count. But I don't totally agree with Tyrese in this sense of, if I do this, then who's gonna do that, and blah blah. I don't.
You can also choose to, like, you can choose to live a certain way to where you don't have to have all the things.
Right.
Right.
Like I said, Tyrese has been famous since he was like 16 or 17 or 18 or whatever. So he's been famous for a long time. So, it's a little bit different from his point of view. And I know that there are some fathers that are present, but are not present. Right? So I know people who say like, hey, my father was around all the time, but when he came home, he just like
checked out.
Yeah, he checked out. Like he had a 40, and he went to the park, or he went to the couch. He was sitting on the couch and just not paying attention to us. You know what I'm saying? So just being there just being there
is not enough.
Is not enough. You know what I'm saying? If you're not pouring into your kids and you're just there but not really there, you know what I'm saying? Not really spending time with them, not really teaching them anything, or taking them places, or so it's the moments that matter, and the kids remember that, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? They remember that.
You mean the non-present?
The non-present.
Oh,
they
yeah.
remember the non-present
Absolutely.
father, and that, oh, okay, well, I mean, he was here all the time, but
it literally hurts them.
Yeah.
Like it hurts them. And fathers who are not present in that way, like they may not see it that way. They may, like, I was here every night.
Right.
Like I worked every day and then I came home every day. Like, what do you mean I wasn't? Like, no, you have to be emotionally available and mentally available, spiritually available. Like,
yeah,
our kids need all these things.
yes, they do.
They don't just need a roof over their head. There's more to it than that. There's more to the bare necessities. The bare necessities are the roof over your head, food in your stomach, clothes
on your back. Yep.
Those are the bare necessities. Obviously, especially if you live in America, these kids need more than that.
Yeah, these kids need, well, they don't need more than that, but they want more than that.
I mean,
they just want to take.
Living in America is much different than living in a third world country where,
true,
like they're happy to live in a hut, have a hut over their head.
Right. But at the end of the day, like, it's still the same major providing things. Like, they have a hut, they have some clothes, they have some food.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the basics that every child needs. And then everything on top of that is all pluses.
Right.
It's all plus, it's all premium. But in America, you judge based off of everything based around you.
Yeah, exactly. What everybody else got.
what everybody else got. And so I'm not even gonna say just America, just everywhere. You know, if everybody got huts, then you happy with a hut. You know what I'm saying? But if everybody got mansions,
Yeah.
and you ain't got no mansion,
Mhm.
I remember my kid was mad that and matter of fact, it's so funny because my kid complained about this same exact thing that I complained about in
Wait,
eighth grade.
What was this? Please tell me.
So when I moved out to California, my first middle school was Paul Revere Middle School. Now, Paul Revere Middle School is in the Palisades.
Okay.
Okay. And in the Palisades, kids were pulling up to school in limos.
Say what now?
This is like 94, 95. Yeah.
In
Yeah.
limos.
Do you know where the Palisades is?
Yeah, Pacific Path.
Pacific Palisades. Yeah. Like Brentwood, like all that whole side. Like I'm new to California, so I didn't know nothing about nothing. I thought everybody's like this in California.
Right.
You know, but I was like, Mom, how come I'm not, where's my limo ride at? I was like, why am I taking the bus?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Oh my God.
And then my son asked me the same thing, right?
About a limo though.
Well, they were going to school in Santa Clarita, right? Which is another like affluent kind of situation in California. And, you know, most of them are stay-at-home moms and they get dropped off in these fancy cars and Suburban, right? They was getting dropped off it wasn't a limo, but it was like a Suburban, like an Uber Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, how come, where's our Suburban? Why are we not getting dropped off? You know, what's going on here, Pops? Oh, you know, it's, I thought that was hilarious. But, you know, you can only judge based off of, you know, your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was owed a limo ride and my son thought he was owed a limo ride too, a Uber Black, you know what I'm saying? Getting out in that executive Suburban.
Is it an 8th grade thing? So right now, my son he's just been dying to have an electric bike. So, I don't know if you've seen all these electric bikes.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you mean an electric motorcycle? Because that's what it is. Like, no, you're not having a motorcycle. He's like, no, it's not. Like, he's trying to explain.
Yeah.
Look, son, I used to have a motorcycle. It's an electric motorcycle. That's what it is. Like, I seen how fast they go.
Right.
You're gonna be wanting to do wheelies and all that stuff. Like,
Right.
No.
Right.
No, can't have it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just all his friends had.
Of course all his friends got it.
Yeah.
And that's why he wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But
you're good. These things cost like $2,500.
that's a pretty penny for an 8th grader.
Like $2,500 for a bike,
Bro, you need a job.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to get you a summer job for that.
I was
one,
like,
man.
you're 13, and guess what? You're gonna want in 3 years a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm not buying you a $2,500 electric bike.
Right, when you can buy a $2,500 car.
Yeah, talking about right? What are you talking about? Like,
Right.
no, not doing that.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I'm with you on that. But as you said, you know, that's what they are looking for. That's what they are, you know, comparing themselves to and their self-worth and all that kind of stuff, especially at 13 years old. You know, like you coming into your own, start feeling yourself, smart smelling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just wait until he's 15. Oh, man.
Conversation. And I've been telling him since last year, are you saving your money? Because like he was just like, he'll get money for his birthday and like, ooh, I got this much. I was like, all right, cool, save. Like, save your money, son.
Save it for what?
You want a car? You gonna want a car?
Save it for what?
Like, you gonna want a car?
Yeah. Well, you know, it is what it is. But anything else you wanted to touch on?
Yeah. Well, one other thing that I want to talk about that Tyrese mentioned was that in terms of everything, all like you lose everything, right? If he's not the one out, like I understand that in certain, you know, relationship relationships or marriages or whatnot, there there may be one breadwinner.
Okay.
Okay, the
Okay.
person who brings home the bacon, if you will.
Okay. Bacon.
But you don't like. You're making it seem like that providing a lifestyle is more important than pouring in to your children. Like kind of like how you mentioned before, like pouring in all these things that we were talking about, pouring into your children, and like you mentioned before, we only get them for a very short window.
Right.
And in that short window, these are like you have your formative years, you have your years in which they just cling to whatever they see. Right? More is caught than taught. You can tell them to do like whatever it is you want, but they're just gonna do whatever they see. So if they see that, oh, this is how I operate as a father, I have to go out and make money and not be present with the family, physically or mentally or emotionally. Not to say that Tyrese is not there emotionally or mentally or spiritually, right? Maybe he's saying that physically he's not there.
Okay.
Right. But that is the example that he's showing his kids, is that daughters too, right? If he has daughters, that I have to go out and provide, and, which means physically I'm not going to be around.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be that way.
It doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It doesn't have to be that way. But it is that way in certain instances.
Yeah. So so my question to that is, because we all have choices. That's one thing we do have.
We all have choices.
And our choices tell us what's most important in our lives.
Yeah, say that again.
Our choices tell us what is most important in our lives. And so are we going to continue to try to live a certain lifestyle because that's what we want and that's what, our family is accustomed to? Or are we going to choose to live below our means so that we can instill something in which I think is much more valuable than money and this prestigious looking lifestyle, is having a father that's readily available to his children in all aspects.
Yeah, I mean,
not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all that.
Yeah, I mean, this goes back to the Bible. Many will say, Lord, Lord, but I'll say, I never knew you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just claim Jesus or claim God and then just live how you want to live. Right? So it goes down to your choices. Your choices are going to say what's important to you.
Yeah.
Right? Your thoughts, your actions, your words, all accumulate to say this is important to me. Right? You can say whatever you want, like this podcast. You can say whatever you want, like, yo, we're gonna be doing this podcast and blah blah blah. But if we don't ever get in here and set these lights and cameras up and actually do it, then we just talking. Right? Like, I have a homeboy who when we started this podcast last year, he said, yo, tell me what I need to do because I want to do the podcast and woo. I was like, all right, well, you don't need to do it like mine. You could just kind of just start with your phone and, what I'm saying, just go from there.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I want it to look like yours. I was like, all right, cool. Well, schedule a time with me and I'll show you what I did, you know what I'm saying? And then you can do yours. And I was like, how do you want to, I'm going to do it. Me and my friend, we're going to talk about sports and woo. Okay, that was 18 months ago. And he hadn't started his podcast yet. You see what I'm saying? So he can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want, but until your actions follow what you say, then you just spit and bibble. You feel me? So we all have choices. we all make time for the things that we want to make time for.
Yeah.
Right? Whether it be making more money or whether it be spending time with our kids.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess, like, whatever you choose to do, that's what's most important to you.
Correct. Because at the end of the day, they need a place, a roof, food, and clothes. They don't need Xbox. They don't need all the things that my kids had, Switches and Xbox and PS4s and tablets and computers and all that extra stuff. All that stuff is extra, and it's nice.
Yeah, they also don't need, like, you know, $14 million mansions and super expensive cars. Yeah, no, using Fast and the Furious, but you don't need the Fast and Furious cars. Like,
right.
Just
he got a transformer in his house, like an actual transformer that was built.
Cars?
No, a transformer like zzz, zzz, like it's holding a gun. Like it's in his foyer. When you walk into his house, he has like a life-size transformer.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you don't need that. It's nice. It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool. But, you know, and this is not to say nothing against Tyrese or anything like that, but, you know, did you sacrifice time with your kids so that you can get that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's how you kind of have to look at it. At least that's how I look at it. Like, am I sacrificing, you know, or what am I sacrificing? Right? Because everybody's sacrificing something.
So think about, I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't know that about the transformer. No, seriously.
It's dope. I mean, it's like 10 feet, you know, it's huge.
Okay, so I sent you a clip yesterday.
Okay.
With Scotty Scheffler. And he was talking about, cause he just won the, what was it that he just won? He just won some big golf tournament in Ireland. I forget what it's called.
Okay. Who is Scotty Scheffler?
He's a golfer.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And he was talking about, all these majors that he's won.
Okay.
About, all right, what's next? And it's just like, you know what? Like, I worked my whole life to win this major and win that major and to play the game that I love and make a living out of it. And he was explaining, like, it's cool. Like you win the trophy and you have this euphoric feeling, but it lasts about 2 minutes. You know, he was like, and then when I'm asked the question of, okay, like, what's next? And it's just like, yeah, like, I'm going to do the thing and get the other one and win the other tournament. But it's just like, he asked himself the question, like, what is all this for?
What does all this mean? Yeah.
He's like, yes, he was like, I thank my wife for taking care of our son. And he just had a son like a year, some change ago.
Okay.
And he was explaining how, like, yes, I do all this stuff and I'm away from my family and like, but if things started to get, you know, murky with my wife or with my family, my kid, and golf is getting in the way of the growth and of them, he said, I will stop this professionally in a heartbeat.
Right.
And so I say all that to say, cause like he wins the whatever the trophy is that he won for whatever, you know, tournament he just won. I think it's called the Open, or something, the British, something, whatever it was.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I say all that to say, Tyrese has worked. Obviously he worked hard. He's good in his movies. He did the music thing. He worked hard, and that transformer could equate to like a trophy.
Okay.
Like when you bring it home.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, look at this amazing thing, and it transforms, and the kids are excited, and this is.
Right.
But it's just like, how many times do you think that thing transforms after the first week of having it?
Oh no, it's just a statue.
Yeah. It's like
you said, it's a trophy.
The thing is, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's that when you were saying that, it reminded me of Kevin Durant. You know, like he won those 2 championships, but he still left Golden State.
Yeah.
He's still in search of that feeling, because he said after he got it, like it didn't fulfill me like I thought it was going to. You know what I'm saying? And nothing in this world is going to fulfill you like you think it's going to. Like you can chase all you want to, and once you get to that mountaintop, Will Smith is going through that right now.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
cliff
Cliff top. Once you get to that cliff top, he can buy anything. He had all the girls. He had all the money.
top, had all the fame.
Had all the fame. Had all the number ones.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And he just got to a point where it's like, okay, what else is there?
Yeah, that's exactly what Scotty Scheffler talk about. Like after you're number one, it's just like, what am I reaching for now?
Yeah.
If I'm number one, if I'm at the top,
Right.
what is it?
What else is there? Like what? Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting.
Scotty Scheffler, he's a Christian too, and he knows he knows that all of this is just like it's fluff. Like
Right.
he understands that the end goal is the real cliff, the real mountaintop,
Right.
or, if you will, and that's being in heaven with our Father.
Right.
And so not everybody understands that though. Not everybody
Not everybody wants that too.
Not everybody wants that too.
That's what I've noticed.
That's a whole nother episode.
That's a whole nother episode. But not everybody wants to go to heaven. Not everybody wants
believes in it. Not everybody believes in it either.
Even the people that do believe in it, they just don't want it. They just don't want it. And that's shocking to me, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, before we get out of here, I definitely want to give a shout out to Messengers. That's where I got the shirt from. So Spirit and Truth, John 4:24. You know what I'm saying? Just bless me with this smooth little.
I'm not sure.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. But yeah, I want to shout out Messengers. Appreciate y'all. Keep doing what you do for the kingdom. But yeah, man, it's about choices. You know what I'm saying? It's about choices. It's about if you choose to be there as a father. We congratulate the guys in San Quentin who did what they had to do, because I don't take that for granted that 16 men in San Quentin out of a population of,
we don't know.
It's over 2,000. It's over 2,000, right? At least. So 16 out of that, which is a very small percentage, they did what they had to do to be able to get this honor, to be able to have that privilege of having their child, show up. So I salute them. Keep going, keep getting better, and, hopefully y'all get out and, become great citizens.
And hopefully they are being intentional with their daughters.
Yeah. I hope.
Even while they're inside, there's ways to be intentional. There's
correct.
Write letters, teach them the things that
Right.
You can be a father from afar. You can.
Of course you can.
There are some fathers who are not physically present, who are much more, who make more of an impact than the fathers that aren't present, because
100%.
Because they show the other things mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So there's ways to be a present father without even physically being present.
Understand. So we appreciate y'all checking in with us. This is coming off of our summer break. We haven't had any episodes in a couple of weeks, but we got some episodes coming up. So we appreciate y'all. Father's Handling Business. I am Cali. That's Donté. We will catch y'all next time. Peace.